When the Ravens, if the Ravens beat the Dolphins, because as we know, anything can happen on any given Sunday, Monday, Saturday, or whenever, that's that 1 o'clock game, the big 1 o'clock game on Sunday. You know when it's time to start making phone calls and get people. I'm asking for Lamar Jackson. I want to talk to Lamar. I'll take whatever he wants to say to me, I'll take it.
Yeah, listen, I hear you. The cool thing about Lamar is, he uses it in motivation. I don't think he takes it personal, right? I know I've made some comments in the past about Lamar, and he even addressed them at the podium, right? But he goes like, yeah, I understand. He's doing his job. He's going to do what he's doing, but he also explains his side of the story to kind of tell you you're wrong too. Right, so I don't think it gets to him like that where he's gonna be write you off or block you on Twitter or anything like that. I don't think he's that kind of guy. He understands the world and how it works that way. I'm excited for this one. I still can't believe it's a 1 o'clock game. The game of the weekend is on 1 p.m. with 10 other games at 1 p.m., which I kind of find inexcusable that the NFL would do that to all of us the second to last Sunday of the season.
Supposedly, it's going to be televised in 70% of the country, so most people will see Dolphins-Ravens in that CBS window at 1 o'clock with Bengals-Chiefs, which may draw an even bigger audience. There was an article in the Miami Herald about why they didn't move that game out, Bengals-Chiefs. There's a train wreck element to the Chiefs this year that makes them more compelling. People want to tune in and see what's wrong with the Chiefs and can they get it together, so maybe it will be a bigger number for Chiefs-Bengals than it will be for Dolphins-Ravens if they had both been at 4:25 Eastern. Regardless, we'll start with our prop bets. Dolphins at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, pass and rush yards. The over-under is 288.5. Against the 49ers, he had 252 passing and 45 rushing. Are you over or under 288.5 against the Dolphins?
Wow. I feel like I'm going to go under here. I am. I mean, again, stats don't always tell the story like we talk about Lamar Jackson. It's the plays he makes in the big moments, right? That's where he's really special that way. I think a lot of this Dolphins defense, I think they got it all. Big people in the middle. Pass rush is damn good. Vic Fangio's got the secondary in the back seven playing awesome football. They're a little bit more creative maybe than with the 49ers attack. The 49ers are one of those teams that's so good. They're kind of just like, hey, we just do these 2 or 3 defenses and you're going to have a hard time even though what we might be, playing on that side of the ball. I'm going to go under here. I'm going to say that somebody else is going to have to help Lamar here in the run game or whatever else to make it an impressive offensive day by the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm going to go over. I mean, I think he sees the light at the end of the tunnel here, the 1 seed, everything they need to do after that. There was a calm that I sensed in him playing the other night. I think that continues. Even though you play the Monday night game in Santa Clara, cross country, it affects your body, it affects your prep, it affects your mindset. I think that when you pull off a victory like you had on Monday night, you have to find a way to continue.
Yeah.
And keep it
They'll
going
be ready to go.
And have that same confidence. Same confidence that was oozing from him. I think he'll be over the 288.5. I think we'll have the same kind of night that he did against, or the same kind of day that he had the night against the 49ers. Lions-Cowboys, Saturday night. Go ahead. Go ahead before I move on.
It's I think you said some right things there. I don't think this is a letdown, right? I don't look at it that way. And Baltimore, as I said Tuesday morning, they look like they play better when they're scared. That's been their best performances of the year. Oh, no, the Lions are coming down. Oh, the Seahawks, whoa, they're kind of hot and got something working. And, of course, the 49ers football game. So, there's something to be said about that. And I'm sure the Dolphins are going to get their attention. And they still can win the game even if Lamar doesn't go over that 288. I certainly am not trying to, shade my pick or anything like that. No, I'm not trying to do that.
Lions at the Cowboys Saturday night. The best rushing yards prop bet from the numbers that are available to the various people who might be or will be generating rushing yards. Dak Prescott, the lowest there was 16.5 because he's a quarterback. Jahmyr Gibbs, 51.5. David Montgomery, 54.5. Tony Pollard, that same number, 54.5. What do you feel strongest about, over or under, for any of those 4 guys?
Well, I feel over about Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, one, I think he's one of the hottest running backs in the game. And to me, this is where, this matchup is a lot of fun, but where I worry about Dallas is like we always talk about. Here's a huge, healthy, overpowering offensive line, and Dallas is not that good at stopping the run or being big there. And Gibbs is on fire to the point where, there's 5 or 6 carries every game where I go, I don't know why they have Montgomery in. If that was Gibbs, that would have been a 50-yard gain, and instead it was an 8 or 10-yard gain. I honestly think they got to give him the ball more there, right? And so that's going to be interesting. I made a comment yesterday about the Lions, right? It went around. I got eviscerated on Twitter, a 10-second video where I just said the Lions, their speed and their passing game is a question, right? I didn't clarify Jamison Williams, who I talk about constantly and has 3 rockets up his ass, right? But he hasn't been a regular part of the offense yet. He's special. I know that. But the teams that have beat the Lions and have given them issues, you get into that. They play man-to-man, and they are not scared of the Lions beating them deep. And so Jamison Williams is that only guy that does that, and that's to me where it could be interesting in this one as far as the Dallas matchup on defense versus this Lions offense.
First of all, better you than me when it comes to getting dragged on social media. I've had my fill for the year. I've satisfied my quota. And second of all, on Jahmyr Gibbs, and I'm with you, over on Jahmyr Gibbs. If you haven't seen the 4th and 1 play where he puts a Caleb Evans of the Vikings on the ground without even touching him, he gets through the first level, he makes a juke, and Evans just pratfalls like Kramer. It's amazing. You can find it on Twitter. I just looked it up. It is unbelievable, the move that he makes. So give me the over on Jahmyr Gibbs, one of their best running backs, arguably, and it may not even be an argument at this point, their best running back since Barry Sanders retired in 1999. All right, last one very quickly. 7-8 Saints at the 8-7 Buccaneers. Over under for Baker Mayfield passing yards, 233.5. He had 381 against the Packers week 15, only 283 against the Jaguars last week only. The over-under is only 233.5. Do you think he continues this run of getting more than 233 passing yards on Sunday?
I'm going to say yes. They're on fire right now. I think between that, they have the type of receivers that can. New Orleans is another team. Play man-to-man. They gave, the Lions some issues in the second half of the football game, moving the ball consistently. But, yeah, they're made to beat man-to-man, the Bucs, with some of the weapons they got. And then, of course, Baker, he ain't afraid to throw the ball into tight windows or launch the ball down the field. And then you add on that to New Orleans can't rush the passer. I'm going to go over here for Baker Mayfield.
The Buccaneers are hitting their stride. They're one of these teams that has found the gas pedal, and they're in overdrive, and they can feel it, and Mayfield is willing them toward it. It's great to see the first year after Tom Brady. They have a team that maybe has a better chance of winning in the wild card round than Brady's Buccaneers did last year.
Yeah.
Don't forget, on DraftKings Sportsbook this season, new customers can bet $5 and pocket $150 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every day. Download the app and use the promo code PFTLive when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.